What's going on, everybody? It's your boy AB. Back again with another video. I'm just going over my weekly analysis that I made last week on the 14th. Um, as much as you guys know, I did do the review, but there was an issue with my recording. It didn't record the audio very well at all. And so I'm just going to be going over the audio that went well. And yeah, so this weekly analysis isn't going to be as great as I wanted it to be, but it is what it is, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for the DXY, I've been saying that I still want price to come back up to this RSI line. And let me get my annotation tool right here. I did say that I want price to come to this RSI line right here. And I wanted to see that come up to retest it before dropping, right? And so let me clear all the drawings. And then let me go ahead and go to the regular charts and see exactly what happened with that. All right. So for the DXY, go on the daily time frame actually. All right, so far, so good. So far, we are in the process of price continuing buying up into this RSI line. It's probably going to come up here, especially where the lower danger zone is, to see if it's going to reject off of that and then continue selling. So it took a couple of days for it to happen, but then on Thursday and Friday, that's when we really started seeing the push up on the DXY. We had a couple of wicks going up there at first, but then we eventually did start seeing price go bullish and start to go up there. So like I said, it took a while for it to happen, but we did have the DXY going up higher. So that's good. Go ahead, it's going to go on to the next one, which I'm pretty sure is Euro USD. All right, so we can see here that 97.21, that's where price was at when I started doing this call. And then right now, currently, price is at 97.66. So with this buy call that was called on the 4-hour time frame, it was confirmed. It just, like I said, it just took a little while for the DXY to actually make that push up, but it did start to go up. So, and I'll go ahead and show you on the 4-hour time frame what I mean. Go there, go to the 4-hour. And boom. So this is where the buy was called. And then I think it was at where 97.12, if I'm not mistaken. 97.21. I have the numbers mixed up. So 97.21. And what do I always say that I like to see when I see a breakout? I like to see the breakout and then the retest of the RSI line. I thought that this was going to be the retest of the RSI line. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Price did come back down, and it did come and test the lower danger zone. So that's why when I usually make my videos, I like to say that, okay, you want to watch and see if price is going to respect this lower danger zone as a support, or if you want to see the upper danger zone be respected as a resistance, because price definitely does use those. So we had price come back down, retested over here. It was going to probably fake out some people, but then it started to make that bullish push up. So yeah, it didn't go exactly how it would have been beneficial for everybody. You would have some drawdown if you are a swing trader, but it eventually started to take the push up. So all right, so I had mentioned on here that I think, especially on the 4-hour time frame for Euro USD, that I was saying that I thought that price was gonna actually retrace up a little bit before dropping. And so let me just make sure that that's what my analysis was. Oh yeah, definitely. Because look at this. Because if I go a little further, or not further, but like, yeah, further on the clock, you can see that I'm saying the exact same thing. Up here and doesn't break the structure that's right here, then that means that it made a lower high and then it'll make a lower low. So still in the downtrend for Euro USD, but the entry that I had given last video was beautiful, straight up sell. And again, we can see here that with this drawing that I made, look exactly where price comes to up here on the 15-minute upper danger zone. So that's something that you want to watch out for. This is already called for the buy. So yeah, the gap is basically already closed. So you see, I was saying that I thought that price was going to hit at least the 1.130 area. Let me go ahead and show my annotation tool right here. So just right here. I wanted the price to come up, retest over here, this area, then drop down. So let's go ahead and look at that on the regular charts. Oh, I did not mean to leave that up. Clear all drawings. There we go. Euro, USD. Okay. I have a whole lot drawn up here. Okay, so this is where, okay, first of all, let me go ahead and get rid of all this. Ooh, this played out perfectly. I got the retest, drop down. That played out pretty well. But anyways, what I was saying was the price came down and hit this mean line right here, right? And then what did I say? I said I wanted the price to go up to potentially respect the RSI line and then drop, or even these lines right here. But it ended up going all the way up to the upper danger zone. So it went up a little higher than I expected, but then it did start dropping. So that was a good move right there as well. It was pretty solid. Like I said, it would have been a little bit, if you were trading this, then you might have gotten a little bit of drawdown, and you might have even doubted the trade for a whole 8 hours right here. Because look, you start to see that the Atlas is saying that, okay, price might go into a buy because it broke through this RSI line. But still, price ended up respecting the upper danger zone and then started to drop. And so now it's at the 2 deviations area. If I go on the daily time frame, it hasn't necessarily came to the RSI line like how I want, but it still has a lot of room to come down. So watch out for that, because you definitely see this bearish candle, how it closed. Oh my goodness. There's most likely going to be a gap in the market when it opens tomorrow. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's continue. All right. So before I even continue, in the chats, you guys saw that I was calling for a very risky buy on GU, and that was because, remember, like I said right here, I wanted the retest of the RSI line before I thought about selling. And so once I saw that we had that RSI line, I was like, okay, let's get in a risky buy here. Although there was no signs of price buying, but I wanted to see how that was. And I don't know how many of you guys remember. I think it was last week. Yes, last week I had called the sell on GU off of the weekly time frame, and so price just started dropping from there. Like I said, it did wick up a little bit and then dropped like a madman. So let's listen to what else I have to say. So let's just go ahead and go take a look at GU, because like I said, I didn't want to enter a trade right then and there. I'd already called for the sell for GU. I don't know how many people were still in that, because I was still trading it at least. So let's come over here. GPUSD. All right, so GU, perfect. So this was on a totally different thing. But yeah, we had sold here, price dropped, came to the RSI line like how I wanted it to. And this is, I'm going to show you exactly what I meant by I don't want to sell, as price was right there, because take a look. You see what price did? It did come back down here and retraced up. Just like how I said, I'm not going to sell right here because price can just go back up. But then what did it do? It came to the R. Let me clear all this drawing. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it. Let me delete all this. All right, so price came up off of the support that I drew, retested the RSI line, and respected it very nicely. I don't know what trade I was trying to get right there. I think it was like a quick 30 pip trade, but respected there, and then it started to drop, and it broke through this right here. So that was perfect. I didn't get back in it. I think because I got in about like right here ish. So I was okay with my stop loss at break even. I wasn't even paying attention to the trade in one of my personal accounts. So I just did that, and it just kept dropping, and I took profits like around right here, I think. So yeah, we even have price still dropping even right before market close. So we might see a gap on GU as well. But that was a pretty solid play as well. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so for GA, and I think this was the last one I did for this part of the live, which unfortunately I don't want to go back and look at the other live because nobody was able to look at it except for those who are on the live. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do these 4 pairs, and unfortunately that's all we're going to have for this week. But so what I wanted was for price to come down. Oops. Sorry. I'm in right here. And then, so I wanted price to come down to 1.8250 and then go bullish, right? That was the trade setup that I had for a buy. Let me listen in a little more and see what else I have to say. All right, so with GA, what ended up happening, and I think that we missed it a little bit. I wanted, like I had mentioned, wait, was it here? Today's the 20th, so let me just go make sure. So where I had wanted price to go up to, looks like this previous high right here, which, dang, my face is blocking the entry. So 1.82530 is the entry, and that was on, let me see, 14th, the 14th, 1.89, 1.825 something. So I think this one was a flop because I'd wanted price to respect right here to continue going bullish. And so actually, I think it's right here. Okay, so it was right here. Price was right here, and then it did go bullish a little bit, and then ended up dropping. So once it dropped, I'm like, I'm not too confident on this sell. I mean, on the buy anymore, and then price ended up selling. So this was a flop, and it is what it is. That's what happens with some trades, right? You can't win them all. Well, you cannot win them all. But if you had the arbitrage, obviously you would have been like, okay, price dropped, retest the RSI line, you could sell it some more. So that's why I love arbitrage so much. So you could have took the L on the sell, price dropped, came up, retested RSI line, continued dropping. Some people might have caught that. I wasn't paying attention to GA, therefore I would not have caught it. So it is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on the video. I think I did Euro NZD actually towards the end. Okay, so with this trade, it seems like I did it on this. I wasn't able to really show exactly the setup until like because the video cut off like right when I wanted to. But basically, what I wanted to happen, because you can see, let me get my drawing. You can see that the buy is right here. So what I wanted was price did do that. It broke out, retest the RSI line, and then continue going bullish. That's what I wanted on Euro NZD. So let's go and take a look at what the charts say, because I'm pretty sure that if I know the charts like how I usually know them, that EN did the same thing as GA, and it did fake out and go up a little higher, but then dropped. So let's see what happened. There we go. So with EN, when price did come down here, like I mentioned, it went up a little bit. That's good, but then it ended up dropping, and it's the same thing, like I said, as GA. So it called for the sell. You got the sell retest. I do expect EN to drop. So that's what I expect happening next week. But I'll talk about that more next week. So that's all I have for this review, you guys. Again, I'm very sorry because the last video that I did, it was corrupted. What I'm actually in the process of doing is deleting a lot of stuff off of my computer because I've been noticing that it's been slower than usual. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and then I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow on my live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace, y'all.